check out San Antonio's starting lineup. Barnes plays the 4 with Wemby standing tall in the middle. Devin Vassell out there with Stephon Castle. And it's Champagnie at the 3 spot. And for the Bulls, they've got Isaac Okoro. Buzelis out there with Nikola Vucevic. Then it's Trey Jones. And it's Giddey in at the shooting guard position. And we're only a few games in, but already some surprises to this season, Greg.
Yeah, B.A. On the positive side, a couple teams have come together quicker than anticipated, and they are outperforming early expectations.
Now here's Vassell. He's definitely not pleased how he played against Phoenix. Releases. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good.
For Vassell to really make an impact, that's what he has to do. Initiate the offense.
Pass to Vucevic. Here's Giddey. Ooh, powered down with both hands.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Now here's Vassell. Champagnie shot is off. Pass to Vucevic. And the power finish by Vucevic.
Well, you love the energy from Vucevic there. Exceptional job getting down the floor on the break.
And the dunk by Wembanyama.
Well, that's a great pass. He has the timing and rhythm of a metronome.
Outside Giddey. Back to Jones. Jones with a screen on Wembanyama. Vucevic with it. Castle covering. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Giddey scanning the floor. Just 5 on the clock. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. The 3 from Okoro. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. For San Antonio, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Castle outside. Back to Wembanyama. Down low. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
How about Castle? He'll take any chance he gets to finish with power.
Outside Jones. And the power finish by Vucevic.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
Yeah, the dunk by Wemby might be the most effortless dunk you'll see.
And the Spurs willing to be patient with this rebuild, but when De'Aaron Fox became available, Grant, they did not blink.
Yeah, he's just too dynamic to pass up and still young enough to grow with their core. Now it's about making the pieces click.
Here's Buzelis. 10 points in his last outing.
Okay now, Rook. Buzelis showing he can finish with some power.
The Spurs have gone 4 of 5 so far, looking sharp. To the middle. Vassell against Giddey. Vassell passes to Champagnie. Now here's Castle. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. Castle's got his second basket on the night. And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. And always interesting to look back at last season. These were the NBA's best transition teams. In third, the Bulls.
You know, it really made for some exciting games the way this team ran the floor, always maintaining impressive energy in transition.
And so it's Jones who brings up the ball for the Bulls. Trailing by 2. Tonight, their first look at this San Antonio squad this year.
Yeah, they had some trouble with this team last year, splitting the season series.
Now here's Giddey. What a tremendous game he played against Philadelphia. Shot clock at 5. The floater. Rebound by San Antonio. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Phoenix.
In this league, you have to stay active at both ends of the floor. I thought their lackluster defense was the difference in the game.
Yeah, poor communication at the defensive end. Many of the rotations were late.
Here's Jones. He's scoreless. Pass to Buzelis. Takes the three. Rebounded by Castle. The Spurs have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall. And here's Vassell from the arc. The shot no good. Chicago has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Back to Jones. It's Giddey on the wing. Pulls it. And again, no good by Chicago.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
Barnes, and he's headed to the line for 2. He gets the whistle there.
Yeah, a strong move to the rack draws that foul.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
Another thing they're doing well early on is moving the ball, playing selfless basketball, and getting everybody involved on the offensive end.
He's off on the first. Well, Grant, you look at the Bulls, middling on both ends. What's their biggest need?
You know, B.A., I think it's length and athleticism. You can't have enough of those type of players in today's game. You look at their activity stats, the steals, offensive rebounds, very much in need of a boost.
Coach, after making the playoffs 22 consecutive years up through 2019, the San Antonio Spurs have not been back to that stage since.
Well, every franchise, even storied ones like the Spurs, go through transitional periods. Fortunately for them, they have a lot of young talent and should be back in the playoffs sooner rather than later.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Vucevic, a screen on Vassell. Pass to Vucevic. And it's good. Off the back rim and in. 6 points for Nikola Vucevic.
Well, when the moment is right, Vucevic can be an effective spot-up shooter.
Here's Champagny. Vassell with it. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. And here's Wembanyama. Launches it. Knocks down the long J.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. All right, Stan, Devin Vassell, a proven scorer, now with some experience under his belt. What do you make of him?
Well, he's definitely an interesting player, B.A. The important thing for him is focusing on taking more high percentage shots.
It's time for the Bulls. Presented in the 3-1-2 logo. Your 3-1-2 crew.
Pass to Jones. Chicago passing it around. Picked by Vucevic. Giddey passes to Vucevic. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama.
Yeah, you need to know where Wemby is. If he's anywhere close to the rim, it's really tough to score. Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Just a bit ago, Billy Donovan and I were able to chat. We talked about Victor Wembanyama and what he wants to see from his team defensively, and he said, I want to see us knock him off balance a little bit, be tough, physical. That's how you get into his head, and that's how you frustrate him. Expect to see a lot of defensive aggression against Wembanyama tonight. Yeah?
All right, appreciate it, Allie.
Yeah, terrific follow-through from Wembanyama, proving he has a good head on his shoulders. And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of those.
Now here's Vassell. No made baskets yet. Just 3 to shoot. Can't nail the jumper. Bulls trail by 6. Vucevic finds Jones. Giddey with a screen on Castle. Here's Jones. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Yeah, Trey Jones can be lightning quick. He saw a gap and drove right in.
Wembanyama, pass to Champagnie. Giddey against Vassell. They set the screen. Takes a 3. Knocks down the triple. And the Spurs lead by 7.
Well, the defense has to do a better job at pushing Vassell off that spot outside.
And Vucevic slams it in.
With the explosive leaping ability, he's able to play center despite being undersized.
Outside Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
Well, Victor doesn't have too far to go. I mean, he just pops up to the rim, makes it look so easy.
To the inside, here's Vucevic, and Vucevic slams it in.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
Well, you expect there to be peaks and valleys, but you've got some excellent scores on both sides.
Now here's Barnes. His last outing, we saw him score 13. Wembanyama, pass to Vassell. Castle on the wing, defended by Jones.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
From Pete Giddey. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got rebound number 7 tonight.
He's lost his rhythm completely this quarter, but he's determined to stay after it.
For Chicago, Williams is checked in for Okoro, and Ayo Dosunmu subbed in for Jones. San Antonio also making some changes. Keldon Johnson, he's checked in for Champagnie, and it's McLaughlin in for Vassell. And here's Giddey. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. A 6'8" point guard, Josh Giddey's length gives him a massive advantage, Grant.
Oh, it does, B.A. He's too big for opposing ones to guard. It's tough putting a wing on him, and Giddey just makes you change your defensive game plan.
The first one falls. Stan, when you look at Josh Giddey's game, how would you best describe it?
Well, B.A., he's a triple-double threat. Taller playmaker, sees the floor well, can rebound. I love his versatility.
Both free throws good from Giddey.
Well, when you look at Josh Giddey, he scores, passes, and rebounds it well for his position. And the fun part for me, I think he still has room to grow.
Now here's Barnes from Pete Johnson. Oh, and the jam by Wembanyama.
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show. The Bulls trail by 5. Pass to Dosunmu. Now Vucevic. There's a screen. Driving inside. And yes, it's good. He's 7 for 8 now.
Well, we've seen this for years. Vucevic is a dependable scorer who can attack you in a variety of ways.
Here's McLaughlin. Pass to Wembanyama. Shoots over Vucevic. Wembanyama with a bucket. Wembanyama's got 15 points.
Very consistent tonight at the offensive end. Right there, he helps fuel the fire.
Now here's Giddey. He's closely guarded. And out of bounds. San Antonio will have it. All right, now that we have a break, let's take a look at which teams capitalized from the line last season. The Bulls 3rd,
Now, we all know that getting to the free throw line is so vital in today's game. I mean, you get the freebies, plus you put your opponents in foul trouble.
Looking at who's out there now for Chicago. Smith, he's checked in for Vucevic. Herder comes in for Buzelis. And it's Carter in for Giddey. San Antonio also making some changes. Sohan's checked in for Barnes. And it's Harper in for Castle. Now here's Wembanyama. 9 points in his last outing. Outside Carter. Picked by Smith. 11 feet out. Dosunmu on the wing. From downtown, it's hauled in by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Sohan, the pass to Harper. Pass to Johnson. The 3. And it's Chicago with a board. Dosunmu outside. Smith with a screen on Johnson. Dosunmu on the wing. Covered by Johnson. Just 4 to shoot. Puts it up from 12. And the basket by Dosunmu.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Pass to Wembanyama. Over Smith. Wembanyama with a bucket. Wembanyama's got 17 points.
Well, he has owned this quarter. A major reason they're up right now.
Here's Carter. Banked it in off the glass.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Here's McLaughlin. He's checked by Carter. McLaughlin pass to Wembanyama. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And that's 19 points for Victor Wembanyama.
He's been shooting with great consistency tonight. Love to see that confident play on offense.
And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for San Antonio. Dominating on the glass. What a quarter. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. What do you guys think about San Antonio here in this one?
They are looking engaged so far, especially on offense.
Yeah, and that's helped them get the lead. But we'll have to see if they can sustain this offensive output.
They've got Javon Carter, Ayo Dosunmu out there with Williams. Then there's Kevin Herter, and it's Smith in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Here's McLaughlin. Chicago making their last shot. And he buries his first look.
Wow, he doesn't make those kind of plays too often. Sweet move inside.
Dosunmu outside. Pass to Williams. Here's Herter. And here's Dosunmu. Covered by Bryant. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Chicago Bulls. On Friday, they'll take on Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks. Then on Saturday, they'll be matching up with Evan Mobley and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
What a great opportunity for this team to take a step forward. They have some tough road games coming up, and that kind of stretch can bring a team together. Winning some of these games would be huge for their overall confidence.
Here's McLaughlin. Pass to Johnson. Let's go with a 3. Smith with the rebound. Bulls trail by 5. Well, Stan, one thing the Bulls know they have to improve is their interior defense.
Well, B.A., look, last year the Bulls right at the bottom in opponents' points in the paint. They've got to form a functional wall and keep intruders at bay. Listen, yes, Jalen Smith can make a triple, but at his core, he's at his best down low.
Bryant, the pass to Johnson. The 11-footer, and San Antonio getting another bucket right there.
Going old school with the mid-range. Johnson.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. The Bulls are going younger. Coach Billy Donovan said, we don't want to be just stuck in the middle. There's no question about that, but it's always about the integrity of competition. The building out part is identifying guys that are going to help us move forward. Back to you, BA.
Taking the long view. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. San Antonio with the ball. Chicago making their last shot from deep. Harper. Chicago with a rebound. Smith's got 4 rebounds in the game. Oh, sweet move. And his first miss of the night. Now 2 of 3. Spurs lead by 3. Bryant, the pass to Harper. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Pass to Johnson. Here's Harper. He's covered by DeSumo. And Harper gets it to go. Harper's got his first 2 points.
Well, that's easy pickings for him. Unless the defense is all over him, he'll take that all day long.
Smith outside. Here's DeSumo. Finds the bottom from 13 feet out. DeSumu's gotten his second bucket.
Nice feed right there by Smith. You like seeing bigs like him share the wealth like this.
And here's a timeout from Mitch Johnson. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. And for all the optimism, Grant, the Spurs having to navigate some tough seas with health challenges.
Yeah, the legendary Greg Popovich moving to a front office role. Then Wemby suffering a blood clot too. Some trying times, but this team's foundation of togetherness has helped.
Chicago making some changes. Okoro is checked in for DeSumo. Josh Giddey comes in for Herter. And it's Trey Jones in for Carter. San Antonio also making some changes. Wembanyama's checked in for Sohan. Champagnie comes in for Bryant. And it's Vassell in for Harper. Here's Champagnie, guarded by Okoro. Pass to Johnson. Clock at 6. Fires in the triple. Johnson's got 5 points.
I love the confidence from Johnson. I want to see him continue taking these types of shots.
Okoro outside. Giddey against Vassell. Picked his pocket. Here's McLaughlin. To the paint. Ooh, stolen by Smith. On the wing, Jones. Williams with the screen. Jones finds Giddey over Wembanyama. Rebounded by Johnson.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Now here's Wembanyama. 19 points in the game. And Grant, offensively, Wemby has a lot of different options. Talk about his game.
Well, put simply, we've never seen a 7-footer with this array of skills. He's an efficient shooter from anywhere, and the length to just about ignore defenders. I mean, he's got it all.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Wembanyama. Stand the big man, Victor Wembanyama, has set a new standard for shot blocking.
Yeah, look, B.A., we've had some great rim protectors in this league, but he can also do it on the perimeter. I've seen guys turn down three-point looks because he's standing in front of them.
The Bulls making a switch here. Zealous is checked in. And both free throws good for Wembanyama. Well, Grant, we know teams are hunting triples like never before. What's the line before you get a little three happy, though?
Well, B.A., I don't care how well you're shooting it. If you have an opportunity to get to the rim, you have to take it.
Now here's Jones. 8 points in his last time out. With a step back. No good. In and out off the rim.
No matter what he's tried, it hasn't worked. Unfortunately, the team is suffering from that.
Pass to Harper. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Vassell against Giddey. Okoro outside. Three-pointer, Buzelis drains the triple. Buzelis has got his second bucket on the night.
Yeah, this demonstrates how confident Buzelis is. He knows he can be lethal off the catch.
Right side Barnes. Pass to Vassell. Over Giddey. Vassell's shot is good. Vassell's got 5. The Bulls trail by 7. And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Coming off that win against the Sixers.
And that was not an easy win. They weren't at their best, but they put it all together at the right time.
You see yourself on the screen? You should watch the best.
Chicago making a switch here. Vucevic is checked in. And San Antonio with a change here too. Castle's checked in for Harper. Here's Buzelis. He's got 5. Outside Jones. Pass to Giddey. Down to 5 on the shot clock. He's got it. That makes him 2 for 8. Hopefully he can get it going now.
Well, great job by Giddey staying composed there, refusing to let the physical defense throw him off.
Here's Champagnie. Right side, Wembanyama. From outside the arc. Kept alive. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama. And with a pause in the action, here we have the best rebounding teams from last year. The Bulls 3rd.
Well, the commitment they brought to the boards is evident in those numbers. Rebounding's never a glamour stat, but it wins you games.
Bulls trail by 5. Outside Jones. Back to Giddey. Out left to the wing. Three-pointer. Buzelis sends it home from three-point land. Buzelis has got 6 points in the quarter. Jones against Castle. Pass to Champagnie. Now here's Wembanyama. Barnes feeling it out a bit. From behind the arc. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Now here's Vucevic. He had 19 points in the win against Philadelphia. Over Wembanyama. Vucevic's shot is off.
Good O, better D. Sometimes it works out that way.
Castle outside. Chicago with a rebound.
That is a rarity. When he takes flight, he usually hammers it home.
Here's Buzelis, and he gets it to go. 4 for 6 so far.
Give him credit. Improving in the second quarter. Just great adjustments.
Castle outside. Pass to Champagnie. Inside. Vucevic with a steal. Oh, and a fast break for Chicago. And here's Jones. Back to Okoro. From 9 feet out. Off the window. It's good. And now just a 1-point San Antonio lead.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Castle against Jones. Pass to Wembanyama. Back to Vassell. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
What a throwdown by Vassell. This is why he looks to get to the basket.
Castle attacking. And that one goes. 4 for 7 for him so far.
Well, you love assisted hoops. That's good offense.
Pass to Buzelis. Jones with a screen on Barnes. The three from Okoro. Vassell with the rebound.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
That one a little long. The Bulls trail by 5. Outside Giddey. Here's Vucevic. Pass to Okoro. Outside Giddey. Here's Vucevic. Three-pointer. No, misses that one. 8 for 11 now.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
And Stan, this Chicago front office embracing a more patient approach in building with younger players.
Yeah, B.A., and admitting that in recent years, they may have skipped steps trying to leap into the playoff picture. So now, a change of course is taking place.
Here's Jones. San Antonio getting their last shot to go. Chicago passing it around. Wembanyama against Vucevic. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
Well, Vucevic did a good job of feeling the defense there and worked his way into a trip to the line.
Nikola Vucevic taking 2 shots.
And that one falls for Vucevic.
Well, he's as steady as they come at the big man position. Vucevic is someone you can count on to help you shoulder some of the offensive load.
And so Vucevic nails both of them.
To have a big who's great at the line, such a plus.
And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for San Antonio. It's a 5-point game. Next game, they'll get to take on the Lakers in Los Angeles. That game will conclude the 3-game road trip they're currently on. Now here's Vucevic. 18 points for him. Pass to Buzelis. Outside Giddey. Out to the wing. A clear look for Vucevic. He hits the back iron and sinks it. Vucevic has got 20.
Yeah, Vucevic is having no problem finding chances to score. The defense has to rethink how they're defending.
And yep, it's good. And the Spurs lead by 5.
Yeah, he's picking it up here in the second quarter after a slow start.
Jones feels it out. Pass to Giddey. To the middle. From close range. Vucevic's shot is off.
Well, he's got the green light in that situation. They want him taking that shot, even if he didn't get it to go.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. San Antonio on top, leading by 5. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Welcome, everybody. It may be early on in the season, but not too early to take a full assessment of the Eastern Conference standings.
Well, right now for the Bulls, it's still early, and we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but right now, they are easily the best team in the league.
Well, we knew they'd be good, but we didn't know they'd be this good. All right, guys, we've got to go back and talk about Victor Wembanyama and how he played in that first half. Just outstanding.
7'4", skilled, and getting his tonight. I've got no idea how you stop the Frenchman, guys. None.
We've never seen anything like him, Shaq. I don't think so.
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Victor Wembanyama has been exceptional here, guys.
And given that he's just delivered a double-double through 2 quarters, I'm excited to see his stats at the end of the night.
Well, he's already put in a full day's work. They might want to lighten the load on him in the second half.
And so here is Chicago, trailing by 5. And on the floor for Mitch Johnson starting the second half. Barnes plays the 4 with Wemby standing tall in the middle. Castle is out there with Devin Vassell, and it's Champagnie at the small forward.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
And that's a foul called on Isaac Okoro. That's his first foul of the game.
I have to admit, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
Wembanyama against Vucevic. Floats one. Second chance effort. Wow! Victor takes it to him inside.
They've been relentless. Just keep getting shots at the rim.
Outside Jones. Okoro outside. Four on the clock. Back to Jones. There's the triple. The rebound by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got 15 rebounds here tonight. Castle against... Oh, are you kidding me?
My goodness.
Yeah, just a vicious slam from Castle. I have a feeling we'll see a few more of those over the next few years.
An impressive display. How about that look on the AT&T connected cam? Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Jones sets a screen. Here's Buzelis. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. And the Bulls, with one playoff game win in the last 8 seasons, the lowest total over any 8-year stretch in franchise history, Stan.
Well, yeah, they've hovered around 500 for the last 4 seasons and been really competitive. But the problem is you can get stuck in that middle. Now, going young, can they find a path back to relevance?
No good on that one.
Yeah, the skill set the rookie Buzelis has is really impressive. A tall, slender forward who is very crafty and versatile to be so young.
He hits the second from the line. Here's Castle. He's got 10. Pass to Champagnie. Back to Castle. 4 on the clock. Wembanyama screen. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. The Bulls trail by 8. Okoro outside. Here's Buzelis. Chicago passing it around. Here's Vucevic. And no good, trying to use the glass.
Coming out stone cold here. Sometimes the break will do that to you.
Here's Champagnie, guarded by Okoro. And Wembanyama gets it to go. Wembanyama's got 27 points.
Man, Wembanyama getting it done. Woo!
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. All right, let's go to the leaderboard and see the top passing teams last season. Fifth on the list, the Bulls.
Well, they put a big emphasis on quality passes last year. We saw consistent high-level ball movement from them.
Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thank you. Victor Wembanyama is trying to gain strength, but he said it's important not to lose your mobility. So bulking up is not a good word. It's more being stable. That's the way to keep going. I don't need to bulk up. I need to get my core stronger. I need to get solid. BA, back to you.
That approach makes sense. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. Spurs lead by 10. Now here's Castle. 10 points for him. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Here's the pick. 6 to shoot. That one's good. And it's Barnes with the assist. And now a 12-point San Antonio lead.
Staying strong inside. Castle got touched up there, but it didn't throw him off.
Okoro outside. Jones sets a screen. The three. And that one's good. Okoro for 3. Okoro's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Pass to Wembanyama. Castle outside. Now Vassell. Wembanyama down low. Working on Vucevic. Castle misses. Bulls trail by 9. Outside Jones. Now Giddey. Jones sets a screen. Fires for 3. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. Wembanyama's got his 16th rebound on the night.
Trying to get it going. Only 1 for 5 to start the second half.
Back to Castle. Pass to Barnes. Wembanyama screen. Barnes, no good.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Now here's Vucevic. Here's Buzelis, covered by Wembanyama. Buzelis' shot is good. Buzelis has got 13.
Oh, nice touch on the inside play by Buzelis, adjusting from close range.
Pass to Vassell. Left side Barnes. Over Buzelis. And once again, off the mark by San Antonio. The Bulls trail by 7. Outside Giddey. Pass to Buzelis. Jones against Castle. Left side Jones. And here is Vucevic. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
The block by Wembanyama, and he'll lead the league in that category numerous times when it's all said and done.
Outside Barnes. Castle outside. Down low. Vucevic with a steal. Pass to Buzelis. Outside Jones. Outside Giddey. Vucevic, a screen on Vassell from deep. Giddey. They get it back. It's good on the putback.
And as we're starting to see more of Buzelis, his coaches want more of that. Just impacting the glass.
Now here's Castle. He's got 12. Outside Barnes. Back to Castle to snap the cold streak. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
And credit his teammates for feeding him all quarter.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for San Antonio.
Well, they've clearly been focused on getting the ball inside. And up to this point, the defense has not had an answer.
And we can't forget about how ferocious they've been cutting to the rim, just going right at defenders and finding ways to finish. You love the frame and the length Castle brings to the guard position.
And so it's Jones who brings up the ball for the Chicago Bulls. 8-point game. Okoro outside. Dosunmu up top. He's guarded by Vassell. Picked by Vucevic. Castle against Jones. Rebounded by Johnson. Spurs lead by 8. And it's been an interesting ride of late for Keldon Johnson. Stan being asked to take on a number of different roles.
Well, B.A., some guys would struggle seeing their spot in the rotation and their minutes change. But Johnson takes it all in stride and puts the team first.
And here are the Bulls now, following that last three-pointer by San Antonio. Chicago passing it around. Jones from outside, connects from downtown. Jones has got 5.
And every year we're seeing Jones take more threes. He barely took any his first 2 seasons.
Back to Castle. Pass to Johnson. For 3, Vassell. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Here's Buzelis. And there's a whistle. That goes on Devin Vassell. That's his first foul of the game. How about that elevated look on the AT&T Connected Cam? Now Dosunmu. Vucevic, a screen on Vassell. Here's Dosunmu, drives to the hoop, goes up and lays it in, nice and easy. Dosunmu's got his 3rd basket on the night right there. Spurs lead by 6. Vassell outside. There's the screen by Johnson to the inside. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Well, everything Johnson does on the court, he does with force.
Here's Dosunmu, and there's another one for Chicago. Vassell with it. 9 points in the game. Outside Johnson. Back to Vassell. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that. Dosunmu outside. Vucevic, a screen on Vassell. Dosunmu, the pass to Vucevic. Just 5 to shoot. Outside Jones. From deep. That shot off.
Well, he certainly had trouble finding the mark this quarter.
It's Vassell with the drive. And he throws it down with one hand.
That time, Vassell looked like he was shot out of a cannon.
Jones against Castle. Outside Jones. Okoro outside. Rebound by San Antonio.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Barnes finds Castle. On the wing, Vassell. Sinks it from distance. Vassell's got 16 points now.
He's taking what he can get here, has a 3 in each half.
Dosunmu outside. A minute 42 left in the third quarter, and he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
I mean, he's doing all he can. He needs help out there.
And here's a timeout from Mitch Johnson. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
On your feet, fans.
So Chicago going with an almost entire new group here. Smith, he's checked in for Vucevic. Williams comes in for Buzelis. Herter's checked in for Okoro. And Giddey's subbed in for Jones. A big group substitution here for San Antonio. Victor Wembanyama's checked in for Barnes. Sohan comes in for Champagnie. Harper, he's checked in for Vassell. And it's McLaughlin in for Castle. Here's McLaughlin. Pass to Harper. A minute and a half left in the third quarter. Going inside. Here's McLaughlin. Spurs need to get one up here. Wembanyama, no good. The Bulls trail by 11. To the paint. And up the court come the Bulls on the break.
Great opportunity. Just couldn't complete the play.
Yeah, that's one he'd like to have back. Those are the opportunities you have to convert.
Now here's Wembanyama. 27 points for him. That one's good for 2. Wembanyama's got 6 in the quarter.
All too easy for Wembanyama. He feels like no one can defend him inside.
Outside Giddey. Smith outside. Outside Herter. Sohan with a rebound.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Pass to Harper. San Antonio moving the ball around. Oh, the body control and balance from Wemby.
There were questions about Wembanyama's strength coming into the league. No problem with the contact here.
And here's Giddey. He has 6. Now here's Smith. The Sunmu for 3. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so the San Antonio Spurs liking their chances, ending the quarter with a 15-point lead. Building this lead up in large part because of how well they're shooting it. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
Well, his height gives him the ability to see the floor, and he makes a quick decision and a great pass.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works, or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. Jalen Smith is out there with Patrick Williams. Then there's Dosunmu, then it's Josh Giddey, and it's Herter in a 2-guard. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
A dynamic finish, then decides to hang out a little for good measure.
Yep, that's the exclamation point right there. Pass to McLaughlin. Here's Wembanyama. And he gets it to go off the front iron. Wembanyama's got 33 points.
Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game, and he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
Outside, Williams. Wembanyama against Smith. Outside Herter. The 3-ball on target from range. Herter's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Well, that's where Herter is at his best. A reliable catch-and-shoot player.
Here's McLaughlin. Giddey defends. Outside Johnson. Pass to Wembanyama. And a nice finish on the layup. And that's now 35 points for Victor Wembanyama.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Giddey passes to Dosunmu. Up top, Smith. Now Williams. Now Herder. Here's the three. Rebound San Antonio. Wembanyama's got his 18th rebound here tonight. All over the place.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Bulls trail by 16. To the middle. Here's Giddey. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Hey, that's an aggressive move by Giddey. You'll love to see it.
Outside Wembanyama. The three is up. Drops in the three. Wembanyama's got 38 points.
And trying to put the game away, he's been nails all evening.
Yeah, but you can't let up now. We've seen too many wild comebacks in this league.
And so much fight in Josh Giddey. He showed it on the interior that time.
To the inside. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And he's playing the game with a certain flair right now.
Oh, he caps off the move with a little hang time on the rim. Now here's Giddey. Pass to Herder. And out of bounds. San Antonio will have it. And so it's Mitch Johnson here calling timeout, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. Checked in for Herder. And San Antonio also making a switch. Barnes is checked in. Spurs lead by 17. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Down low. Ooh, stolen by Smith. Pass to Williams. Inside, Giddey. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
You look at Giddey stealing the spotlight. What a jam.
Here's McLaughlin. Giddey defends. Nice move. McLaughlin's shot is good. And the Spurs lead by 17.
The effort has to be better defensively. Easy deuce.
Pass to Smith. And here's DeSumo. Now Giddey. Three-pointer. Harper pulls it in. Here's Barnes. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
The rebounding numbers make it obvious why they're in front.
Well, the rebounding battle tells the story. There's a big gap between them right now.
Wembanyama's shot is good.
And once he gets deep enough positioning, there's not much you can do to stop Wemby.
Outside Giddey. Picked by Smith. With the step back. The kick out to Williams. Lets it go from deep. The shot's good on the assist by Giddey. Giddey's got 5 assists tonight.
Smart decision by Giddey to get the ball out for a better look. Just such a good, pure passer.
Barnes finds Wembanyama. Here's McLaughlin. From deep, Johnson. And that one goes. He's now recorded his 5th bucket in 8 tries.
And it's a great sign that Johnson's making threes. That really helps his team.
Here's DeSumo. Pass to Giddey. Stan, I have to ask, how important is it to have a big man in today's NBA?
That is a great question, B.A. And look, things have really changed. We went from big, strong guys in the league and centered our game around those guys to then people wanted to play small ball and be more skilled. But now what everybody's figured out is we can get that same skill from bigger guys. And bigger and better is better than smaller and better.
And so here is Chicago. San Antonio getting their last shot to go.
They're putting it on the deck. Wow. Buzelis is just dangerous on the move.
San Antonio leading by 18. Pass to Wembanyama. Outside Johnson. Wembanyama screen. Shot clock at 6. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Well, Johnson plays with a lot of physicality. He doesn't just take contact, he seeks it out.
Keldon Johnson taking 2 shots.
That free throw misses.
Well, you know Johnson's a guy who likes to use that size and physicality to his advantage.
For Chicago, Nikola Vucevic is checked in for Smith. Okoro comes in for Williams. And it's Jones in for Dosunmu. San Antonio also making some changes. Vassell comes in for Harper. And Castle subbed in for McLaughlin. That one's no good.
And every year, Johnson seems to get better. His drive to want to be great is admirable.
Vucevic, the pass to Jones. Vucevic, a screen on Castle. Back to Vucevic. Launches a 3. That's good. And it's Jones with the assist. Vucevic has got 23.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him. Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
Now here's Okoro. Left side Jones. Back to Okoro. Pass to Buzelis. Now here's Okoro. Covered by Johnson. Shot is up. Jones misses. Spurs lead by 17. Barnes passes to Vassell. San Antonio moving the ball around. Wembanyama's shot is good.
Well, he's been more confident shooting it since the half. Let's see if that trend continues.
Outside Giddey. In your career, Stan, you coach contending teams, as well as teams that had little to no expectations.
Yeah, B.A., give me the contending teams. Give me the talent and the expectations and pressure that goes with it. Listen, coaches just want as much chance to succeed as they can have. And when you've got the best players, you've got the best chance to win. And the pressure that goes with it is a lot easier than struggling night in and night out.
Now here's Wembanyama. The 3 from Barnes. And it's Giddey with a rebound.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Here's Jones. And that one hits the back iron.
Wow, his shooting woes continue, and it's weighing down this offense.
Back to Wembanyama. The 3 from Barnes. Nails it from 3. Barnes has got 5 points now this quarter.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. Time now to present our player of the game, Victor Wembanyama.
Think about this. He has owned this game from start to finish. Wow, so impressive. The defense literally looked helpless trying to stop him out there. He has been far and away the best player on the court, and it's not close.
Well, you know, he'd been struggling lately. This one was a big one for him. He roared back, made sure to snap that cold streak tonight. And so it's Jones who brings up the ball for the Chicago Bulls. And Grant, many of the newer rules have helped unlock offenses. Any need to help out the defense?
You know, I think the rules are fine, B.A. It's just about allowing defenders to do their job and limiting the cheap foul calls so they can stay on the floor.
Now here's Castle. Pass to Vassell. Off target from outside. Here's Buzelis. He's guarded by Barnes. His shot by Buzelis no good.
Well, that's the look he wanted, but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
Vucevic with a steal. Okoro with the ball. Castle covering. Yes, sir, it's good.
Great job setting him up. The timing of the pass was key.
Here's Champagny. And there's a pick. Here's Barnes. 5 on the clock. Takes a 3. Jones rips down the board. The Bulls trail by 18. Okoro outside. Now it's Jones. Fires the 3. Can't get it.
And he's doing things on the glass tonight that we don't often see.
Well, it's all due to his energy and effort, as well as how well he's been able to get ideal positioning on the glass.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Spurs.
I think it was their play in the paint that got them the win tonight.
And the defense seemed powerless to stop them down low, resulting in plenty of high percentage shots for them.
And with this win, they've tallied up a total of 6 wins on the year.
Always good to start a season series off with a W. They showed tonight they take this team seriously, and the next 2 matchups between these two should be fun.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Victor Wembanyama.
I think his authoritative defense was huge for them tonight. He established early that he wasn't allowing easy buckets.
Here's Buzelis. Picked by Vucevic. Giddy! Ooh, it misses. And so it's San Antonio easily grabbing this one. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
And that about wraps it up. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. We hope you enjoyed our broadcast. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Victor Wembanyama.